Okay, so I'm going to try and boot it up from within Origin rather than directly from the desktop with no Origin turned off. We'll see if that stops my problems. No, these people aren't the salesmen I was told about. I should probably do some selling as well.
Is the Keeper sending you back to that cave to look for Tamlen?
Yeah, I'm going with Meryl.
I want to go with you. Keeper Marathari probably won't approve, but I can help find Tamlen.
I've got one question. Can you pick locks?
Tamlen's my friend too. I want to help find him. If Meryl can risk it, so can I.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really stop you. You're a grown man. You can do what you like. I'm not going to stop you then.
Good. I'll follow you, just to make sure Meryl doesn't go running to the Keeper when you tell her I'm coming.
When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Why would the Keeper call for a move so early? We were not expecting to leave for weeks.
Actually, the Keeper is right on this one.
Can we trust this Grey Warden? How do we know he didn't hurt Tamlen?
I'm glad you've recovered. Once we find Tamlen, we can concentrate on the journey northward.
Thank you for the bow, Master Island. It is light and sturdy, much better than the one I made last year.
You are more than welcome. My father made it and used it in battle against the Clane tribes.
I will carry it with honor.
Oh, I don't want a bow. Go on, I'll hear the story of your father's battle.
Then I am proud to tell it. Our clan was one of the first to flee the Dales. When we came to Ferelden, the fiercest of the Shimlin were the barbarians known as the Clane. We didn't wait for them to attack us. Every Dalish clan in Ferelden united to bring the battle to them.
Wait, there are more Dalish clans in Ferelden.
In Ferelden, in Orlais, wherever there are lands the humans cannot hold, we bring our Aravels. You met some at the last gathering. The ensuing battle went well for us. That day we carved out our reputation of being the deadliest archers. Our arrows won us the right to wander these woods at will. It was this very bow that my father used that day.
Thank you for the tale, Master Island, and especially the bow. I will honor its history.
Oh, you're such a sucker. Can I see your crafts, please, Master Island?
Of course. Take whatever you need.
Guessing these expensive ones are the DLC. Do we want Darkspawn Mace? No. Or I don't want anything without a name on it. Oh, look, no staves. Which doesn't. Oh! Ah! Still, I guess I can just turn it off forever. And then I'll turn it on in like the last second, so it uploads all the details to the Dragon Age key. Okay, pretty underwhelmed by that. This broken moss-covered statue once represented Gilne. Oh wow, that's fast. Once represented Gilne, the elven goddess of guidance and navigation to the Dalish. She is known as the Mother of the Hala.
Anithara, it's good to see you recovered.
Thank you. How are the Hala faring, Marin?
They fare well. The Keeper called for the clan to move on, and they will be ready to take us. One is heavy with calf, but it shouldn't be a problem. May I ask of Tamlen's fate? Some say the clan will leave before we find him.
What? No, we're going to find him. Don't worry about that.
The Hala mourn our fallen. No sound is more heart-wrenching than their mourning cry. At least they won't be crying over you. They are quite fond of you.
Yeah, the Hala are beautiful creatures.
I admire them for their strength and pride. They are equals, not servants like the Shemlin horses. At any rate, I do not envy the Keeper's decision. I'll pray for Tamlin's safe return.
Let's not go too far, they're not our equals. I think I've got turned around, yeah, I have.
It's good to see you healthy. We feared you would perish.
I'm glad you survived. Losing 2 of our young would be a great blow to the clan. Is Tamlen dead? Everybody says he's not coming back.
So you have returned to us, Tamlen. We are grateful you are whole and well.
Yeah, I'm glad to be alive as well, Aaron.
So you should be. What were you two thinking, wandering into that cave without first coming to tell the Keeper?
Yeah, you're right, Aaron. We should have come back here first.
I suppose your youth can be forgiven. Sadly, Tamlen pays the price. Losing you would be a terrible crime, Tamlen. You belong to more than just yourself, or do you not remember?
Oh, I'm not betrothed, am I? What do you mean?
Let us tell these children of the fall of the Dales. You can honor me by sharing in the telling.
Okay, I'm gonna make it hard fucking core.
Come then. Help me as I go along. Children, hear of the fall of the Dales. Hear the tale of what makes you Dalish. Would you care to begin, Tamlen?
I think my daddy elf is beginning a bit too far back. But he obviously doesn't know, so I'm gonna start. Long ago, we were slaves to the humans.
Yes, slaves to a terrible empire the humans built on the darkest magic. When it fell, we became free. We built a homeland in the Dales, worshipping the creators and rebuilding the culture and history we lost in our long years of slavery.
The humans weren't happy to just let us be.
They were resentful because we would not worship their gods, and because we put our people first. Over the years, their nations grew cold toward the Dales. In their eyes, we were blasphemers and cruel tyrants.
And then those scumbags declared war on the Dales.
And so the Dales fell. They took our lands and dispersed our people, forcing us to live in their cities and abandon our gods. But many of us refused to relinquish our ways. We instead chose to scatter to the winds, wandering the lands.
We chose to wander the lands rather than let the humans rule us.
To survive and preserve our culture, the clans stay apart until the day the Elvenon have a homeland once more.
And just think of the celebration we'll have then.
All right, that's quite enough out of you. We shall then return the old ways to those of our people who have lost them. We are the Dalish, keepers of the lost lore, walkers of the lonely path.
We are the last Elven, and never again shall we submit.
The oath of the Dales, and no smart-mouthed comment. Thank the creators for small mercies. I will let you get back to your tasks. I pray you find Tamlen quickly.
I wonder if this is an average day, and every single day the elves get brainwashed with tales of their own gods and stories and that. If so, that's probably gonna be sunk into our brain as well. I would like to hear more about our history today, though.
Now that's something I rarely hear. Of course.
Tell me about Arlathan.
Ah, yes. The Lost City. Before the Shemlen enslaved us, even before they came to this part of the world, our people lived in glorious Arlathan. Legends say that our ancestors were immortal, and we possessed magic the Shemlen could only dream of.
Do no books record our history?
When the humans enslaved us, they took away our language, our history, and our immortality. We quickened to the pace of life and retained nothing of ourselves. We were slaves for so long that even when we became free, there was little for us to recover. If books still exist, I do not know of them.
No, humans piss me off. Why do the Shems allow us to exist if they hate us so much?
Perhaps they have no choice. Dalish clans are scattered to the winds and rarely gather, which makes us difficult for any organized effort to destroy. And why bother? We have nothing they want. No land, no treasure. And we always move on, allowing no one to grow too angry with us. Some might see this as cowardly, but we are proud. We are the last, and we will survive.
What happened to the elves who didn't join the Dalish?
They remain in human cities, forgetting all they once had. We call them Flat Ears, but they differ little from their Shemlen masters. A few may return, but we must accept that they know nothing of the lore, or why we keep it.
Do you think we'll ever find another homeland?
We can hope to find a new home one day, where the Dalish and the Flat Ears will build a land greater even than Arlathan. We shall teach the Flat Ears the lore they lost, and perhaps they will teach us to understand the Shemlen at last. That is the only way we shall truly live in peace.
Thank you.
Then I'm sure you have much to do, unless you've other questions.
Yeah, what do you know about that Grey Warden?
The one who brought you back? Very little. He seemed decent enough as humans go. As for Grey Wardens, they're heroes without a doubt. Members of our own clan joined their ranks in ages past.
What do you know about Darkspawn?
Only that they eat living flesh and lurk in underground tunnels, once ruled by the Dergenlen, the dwarves. In the last blight long ago, the Grey Wardens all but wiped them out. Should they return, all races will shudder.
Did elves ever live in caves?
I've never heard of such a thing. But in the days of ancient Arlathan, we lived free and spread far across the continent. We were as varied as the Shemlen, though fewer in number. Perhaps some of us lived in caves then, but all knowledge from that era is lost.
Right, I'm off.
Of course. May the gods guide your path, Tamlen.
Ooh, looting. Alright, what skills have you got then? Oh, he's a warrior as well. Still, you could be a warrior and be in this situation. Hopefully I'll pick up a thief before we get too far in.
Hello there. I don't think we've met.
Ah, it's good you're well. You weren't here when Paul arrived, were you?
I've heard of you. Everyone is talking about you and the other missing hunter. A Grey Warden brought you back here.
Do you know about the Grey Wardens?
Only from stories I heard back in the alienage in Denerim.
Paul's a flat ear. He arrived here a few days ago from the human lands.
I heard rumors in a nearby human village that a Dalish camp was close, and I hope to find your hunters in the forest.
You were fortunate I didn't shoot you, Paul. I thought you were a Shem, and a bandit at that. You're not the first city elf to rejoin his people. I'm sure you'll find life among us more satisfying than with the Shems, if no less harsh.
In the alienage, we hear terrible stories about the Dalish. They aren't true, right?
I don't know. I mean, my mate was ready to just gun those people down in the forest. I don't know what he's heard, but I've got to say, my first impression as a player was that the Dalish are quite cutthroat. Yeah, the only true parts are those where we sacrifice young elves to the gods.
Ha! That's funny. It is funny, right? You don't actually do that.
Right, I'll sort that out before the next video.
It was good to meet you. Perhaps I'll get to hunt with you someday.
Why did you leave?
I got into trouble for stealing. I'm not a thief. We just never really had a choice. Mother was a maid, and I was lucky if I could get work at the docks. You make a living however you can, right? When Mother died, I got drunk and was caught picking a guard's pocket. They were going to hang me, but I escaped and, well, here I am.
Excellent. We have a huge amount of call for thieving. Sometimes we must take what we need.
I'll do my best to adjust and fit in. I never dreamed you'd be so welcoming. I thought at best you might hide me for a bit. I'm glad I was wrong.
I've never seen a Shemlin city. What's it like?
You've never been to a city? Surely you've at least visited a town.
We occasionally trade with the Shemlin in small villages, but only a few in the clan can undertake that task.
I can't imagine never having seen a city. It's crowded, with buildings all squeezed together. There are people everywhere, and it always stinks.
And the elves live with the shaman? Shemlin?
Only if they're servants. Most of us live in a part of the city called an alienage, separated from the humans by walls. That's where all the poorest folk live. Laborers, dock hands, and thieves. And that's if you're lucky.
Sounds more like a ghetto to me. Hardly like freedom.
We don't think about it like that. To most folks, that's just how it is.
Did the elves from the city learn to fight or shoot a bow?
Andraste's mercy, no. No one is allowed to walk around with any weapon. Fighting just gets you arrested. And I've never had to leave the city before. Much less learn how to hunt.
Oh, the city sounds pretty shit. City elves don't know what it means to be elven.
Well, back in the city we hear the same about you. Stories about Dalish bandits attacking people for no reason.
We would never resort to banditry.
I'm just saying that's what we hear. And it's elves who say these things too, not humans.
Well, I mean, those three in the forest, you know, that we let go, they probably spread tales like that. But, you know, the city elves, they just don't know the truth.
Even if they did, I honestly don't think most of them would want to leave. Wandering and hunting doesn't sound like much of a life.
At least they would live as free men, and as equals.
Maybe. But to most elves I know, the only difference between them and humans is how much coin they have. Coin is the great equalizer, not living free.
Guess you are a thief, that does make sense.
Of course. I hope to see you again.
I'm training Paul. He'll have to learn how to handle that bow quickly.
Have you fully recovered? I heard the Keeper was confounded, that she had never seen anything like it.
It is begun. By the Creators, it is so good to see you whole and well. I was so worried.
And Etherad, Rochelle, it's good to see you too.
All that time you were ill, the Keeper didn't know if you were going to live or die. I've been outside the Keeper's tent the whole time. I have never been so relieved as when I heard you would pull through. What happened? Everyone says Tamlen may be dead.
Well, right now, he's missing and that's all we know.
That's awful. He's been a good friend to you since you were fledglings. You must be more careful. Your mother and father, may they rest in peace, would be horrified to see you take such risks.
You've never spoken of my parents much, Ashal.
What happened to them is a sad tale, and it's in the past. Reopening old wounds benefits no one.
But don't we strive to learn of our past?
You've much to do tonight with Tamlen still missing. I will tell you another time.
The Keeper told me I'm to accompany you back to those caves. As her apprentice, I may see something you missed. But our main objective is to find Tamlen, of course. We must make haste. He may not have much time.
How much did the Keeper tell you?
Enough to pique my interest and my concern. You can explain the rest on the way.
Fenrirel's going to come with us too. Any objections?
That depends on the Keeper. I thought we're supposed to go alone.
Yeah, but do I really need to ask her?
You said the cave is a dangerous place. You want to risk Fenrirel getting hurt, or worse?
I should decide whether I'm willing to risk it or not.
Go tell the Keeper that, then.
Yeah, we'll get right on that. That was a lie. I'm not doing that. You see, have I explored everything? So Naravel is a caravan. Yeah, I feel like I've been everywhere. There's no point in me going to the Bowman. What's that? Caravels. Okay.
You're back. Are you ready to go now?
Yeah, but aren't you worried about getting sick?
A little, but the Keeper cured you. How dangerous could it be? Even if I get sick, finding Tamlen or something valuable will be worth it.
Okay, let's go.
What about Fenrirel? You didn't think I'd notice him?
I'm coming to help. Tamlen's my friend too.
We were supposed to go alone. Have you asked the Keeper about this?
Yeah, she's fine with it.
What? I don't believe you. Are you trying to get me into trouble with the Keeper?
I should decide whether I'm willing to risk it or not.
Go tell the Keeper that, then.
Oh, stop being such a loser. Look, I say he comes.
I'm not making the Keeper angry with us for putting him in danger. Go ask her first.
Fine, we'll go ask the bloody Keeper then. I think she's going to greatly appreciate being bullied by me. But, you know, the Keeper doesn't appreciate that we're two mages, because I shouldn't be here. But she doesn't appreciate that, whereas I do. I'll sort that.
I see you have not left with Merrill yet. Is there something you need?
Yeah, I just want to bring Fenrirel with us to the cave.
Fenrirel? Are you certain? I'm already putting Merrill at risk. I don't want to lose you too.
I want to help, Keeper. If we can find Tamlen, it's worth the risk.
Very well, then. You have my permission. And thank you for asking for it.
Yeah, I always wanted to do that.
You're back. Are you ready to go now?
How much of our lore do you know?
Less than I'd like to. I know some of our old magic, as the Keeper does, and I'll know about these relics if I see them. The Keeper isn't sending me to collect anything, however. We're worried about Tamlen.
Alright, let's head out.
What about Fenrirel? You didn't think I'd notice him?
We asked. The Keeper has given her leave.
And let us make haste while daylight lasts.
No, you don't know how to lockpick either. Wait, were these things here before? Pretty sure they weren't.
It's over for you!
Hey, the range on that is pretty good. I'll steal the stone next.
We did well!
What were those things? Were those darkspawn?
Yeah, I guess so. It makes sense.
I've never seen anything like them. You can smell the evil on them. Where did they come from? Were they here before?
No, I'm pretty sure I'd have noticed. Maybe the mirror has something to do with it?
What would darkspawn have to do with our people? The stories say our Lathan fell long before the darkspawn appeared. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Let's hope we don't find any more of these monsters. Before we go, are you all right? Were you hurt during the fight?
No, I'm fine. Why'd you ask?
You do look quite pale now that Meryl's mentioned it.
Yeah, I did choose quite a pale complexion. What are you implying?
Nothing. Forget I said anything. Let's go. I wonder whose camp this is. Do you remember it being here?
No, it definitely wasn't here. You can see for yourself it's fresh.
The Grey Warden said he was returning to the cave. Perhaps this is his camp. If so, he's not here now. And we've seen no sign of Tamlen. Maybe we should... Wait. Do you hear that?
No, I don't hear anything.
Exactly. The forest is too... still. Something's in the air. Something unnatural.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I don't like it.
It seems whatever you woke up inside that cave has spread outside. The sooner we find this cave and Tamlen, the sooner we can leave. Take us there quickly.
Time to do it. What would you like?
Right, what's the range on that?
Bitten off more than you can chew! Move quickly!
As you say.
I will make this quick!
Sounds like it's more of those bear things. I'll keep going. I don't know how long the episode is, but we haven't achieved a lot.
So these are the ruins. Interesting. They're definitely of human origin, yet elven artifacts are scattered amongst them. Nothing explains the monsters, though. But we must find Tamlen, or what's left of him. I can't imagine he's still alive with those creatures about.
What? Don't talk like that. You didn't know that.
You're right. We should explore farther before I go on about my fears. I'm sorry.
Still no lockpickers.
As you say.
I'll target him, why not? Go on, there you go.
It shall be done. I shall do as you say.
Oh, I'm out of magicka.
As you say.
Follow your lead!
I shall do it.
Right, there's going to be a boss fight in there.
So you were the one fighting Darkspawn. I thought I heard combat. You're the elf I found wandering the forest, aren't you? I'm surprised you have recovered.
If you heard the fighting, why didn't you help?
I would have, had I not been battling them myself. Not all the kills here were yours, as you can see. My name is Duncan, and it's a pleasure to finally meet you. The last time we spoke, you were barely conscious.
Andaran Atishan, Duncan of the Grey Wardens. I am Meryl, the Keeper's apprentice.
And I am Fenarel. Did you come here alone, human? Battling all those creatures?
Yes, though I must admit you took a great deal of pressure off me. Your keeper did not send you after me, did she? I told her I would be in no danger.
No, we're looking for our brother Tamlen.
So, you and your friend Tamlen both entered this cave, and you saw this mirror.
Yes, Tamlen touched the mirror and I blacked out.
I see. That's unfortunate. The Grey Wardens have seen artifacts like this mirror before. It is Tevinter in origin, used for communication. Over time, some of them simply break. They become filled with the same taint as the Darkspawn. Tamlin's touch must have released it. It's what made you sick. And Tamlen too, I presume.
Oh, so it is true. I had the Darkspawn plague.
You have it still, and it will infect others so long as this mirror exists. Your recovery is only temporary. I can sense the sickness in you, and it is spreading. Look inside yourself, and you will see.
Oh, what should I do?
First, we deal with the mirror. It is a pestilence and a threat. It is done. Now let's leave this cursed place. I must speak with the Keeper immediately regarding your cure.
Yeah, but what about Tamlen? Plus, how dare you destroy that fucking mirror? I found it, it's mine.
I would dare more than that to stop such a threat.
Oh, what about Tamlen then?
There is nothing we can do.
Where is he? Where's his body? I'm not leaving until I find at least his body.
Let me be very clear. There is nothing you can do for him. He's been tainted for 3 days now, unaided. Through your Keeper's healing arts and your own willpower, you did not die, but Tamlen has no chance. Trust me when I say that he is gone. Now we should return.
Where's his corpse? Must at least be a body.
The Darkspawn would have taken it.
Why would they take his body? Not to eat it, I hope.
Darkspawn are evil creatures, and it's best to leave it at that. I'm sorry.
No, we're not just leaving it like that. Yeah, I'm not ready to give up just yet. I'm going to find his body.
If you prefer, I can wait outside while you look around, but I assure you, he will not be here. I suggest, however, leaving sooner rather than later. You are sick, whether you feel it or not, and it does you no good to linger.
Stop trying to make me think I'm ill. Fucking humans. He's trying to make me think I'm ill. I'm not ill. No, I'm going to look around and make sure.
As you wish. I will see you back at camp.
It's got to be here somewhere. No? Oh, these bloody... Oh, you bastard message, you're pissing me off. Right. I need to increase the length of time it gives me these things. I have no idea what it said.
I shall do.
Let's fight! Damn you!
Very well.
Defend yourself!
Is that all you got? The Dalish will prevail!
It is begun.
A strange statue commemorating the emergence of and short-lived trading relationship with dwarves who dug too high and too frugal and struck elves.
It shall be done.
I really want to see what's inside these chests. But I can't. And on that bombshell, thank you for watching. Come back for the next part of Dragon Age Origins. Genlock. These are the most common darkspawn in the underground. Stocky and tough, Genlocks are notoriously difficult to kill, even by magic. Alphas. In any group of Genlocks, there is usually one who is dominant. As the tallest, strongest and smartest of their kind, Alphas serve as a sort of commander, directing or bullying the others in combat. Emissaries. The most intelligent of the Alphas become gifted sorcerers, with many abilities akin to blood magic. These are the emissaries, and they usually only appear during a blight.